Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Triforce Blitz HollowLogic versus Flouche Game 3. We have KLO and Kyrie here with me on comms. How are you two doing today?
I am,
Pretty good.
yeah, I'm full of rice, so I'm well prepped for this seed.
Yep. No, just had an amazing game two and looking forward to game three.
Yeah,
Glad to be back.
Kyrie, for anyone who wasn't around for Game 3, you want to give us a little bit of an overview of some of the highlights of our Game 2?
Uh it was interesting. Every
Blitz always
there,
is.
there was a three-step to power, which every single step was hinted. There was another, like, there's an 11 step and an 8 step. Flouche came out with the win, and it was a
By
close
2 minutes at
Yeah,
most.
it was a close race. They entered water basically simultaneously, where they each got their last piece, or Flouche got their last piece. And Hollow was not that far behind. It came down to pretty much water temple routing at that point. Um, and it all came down to Hollow not getting a hint till it was unfortunately just a tiny bit too late. But it also shows anything can happen. Both runners are capable of winning. Um,
That's what we expect
Hollow,
to see from
yeah,
the first and fourth seeds. Should
yep,
be
and
relatively even matched, and
yeah, and
finishing two
Hollow,
minutes apart.
yeah, no, exactly, and Hollow likes to play it a little bit more aggressively and skip checks. Floosh likes to clear and just make sure to check everything.
Flush has a much more storied background within the more standard settings, so it is something
Okay.
we'd expect to see. HollowLogic excels in Blitz,
Yeah.
and as such has some particular strategies they followed for Blitz and Blitz only.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting start. We've got the Zora's Sapphire, so we are one step closer to the Ocarina of Time song. And we have a Nocturne start, which it's good movement, but it does mean that if something's in Shadow Temple, you don't get the very obvious hint of being pointed to Nocturne.
True. So yeah, we'll be looking for, if there is something in shadow, we're gonna be looking for a hint pointing towards hovers, or a hint pointing towards dins or magic or something along that line. But
There's always
yeah,
unlock hints. That's true, enough, but not if there's a piece in Shadow, because you can't have an unlock hint for the piece. And we
true.
should be getting underway.
All right, and Floosh is checking the pedestal right away. Spirit Deku, Forest Fire, Water.
Shadow is the last one. I saw that one.
Okay. I was like, I missed them all.
Two, two,
Two,
and zero.
zero.
Oh, we've got a fast one.
Ooh, Kakiri to Wisdom. Okay.
Song
I
of
know.
Storms towards Hookshot.
Yep. I know there was a little conversation between the runners before the race where Hollow was saying if it's a longer seed, he feels like Flouche was gonna win, but if it's a shorter seed, or a like lower count seed, I believe, Hollow thought he could win. There's magic.
Yeah, Hollow has in the past done very well in short seeds, but in my experience, short seeds tend to favor those with the execution advantage. And with that history in the standard settings, Flouche does have an execution advantage here. We saw that in the Water Temple last race.
Yeah, no, for sure. And right away, Flouche is going into Dampe. This is a check that if there's something on Dampe, Hollow is likely never to get it. Um,
Yeah,
it's just
this
one of the
is.
areas that Hollow does not go.
Oh, in a 2-2-0, I'm skipping Dampe. It's
Yeah.
a minute long check for Unless you are directly hinted to the graveyard.
There's Kakiri Sword and Bomb Bag. We're gonna head straight in and find one of our two pieces in Deku. I'm calling it now.
It would be hard. It would be have to be on Goma with a slingshot being path because
Yep. I believe there was a Kakiri Forest to
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Kakiri Force 2 Wisdom. In that case, I think it might be possible that we're looking at something in Gan's Castle
Okay.
or something in Deku.
Yep.
Depending on where that Song of Storms is, because we know that Song of Storms is going to lead us to a hookshot.
I'm surprised Hollow didn't go right into Deku with that Kakiri Sword, honestly.
I think he's decided that since Kakiri Sword is Sphere 0, that would be one step at most. So unless I think he's probably going to put that off until he gets a Deku Tree hint. That would read. That's what I would do anyway.
Fair enough. I believe you are probably more knowledgeable about Blitz than I am.
Chat wondering if Hollow's going to go Child to Dongo's Cavern. I mean that would be a bold
No.
play. I'll say it's a. I'll use the adjective bold.
Child Spirit may be on the table, though, with that Requiem location.
Yeah?
I think we might see after the Kakariko checks, Flouche may be pushing that Requiem as soon as possible, trying to look for that Song of Storms. We know that there is a Wanderer hookshot, and there's Goron City Wanderer as well.
So, what does Wanderers mean? Forgive me.
A Wanderer item is an item that the Randobot generates a playthrough at the start of at the end of generating every seed, just to verify that the seed is completable.
But you
a
could
Wanderer
swap it out with another item and still get the Triforce piece.
Yeah, the Wanderer items are items that are on that playthrough, but are not hard required.
Okay, so for example, hookshot, bomb bag, strength, any of those could be Wanderer. Magic.
There are 2 bomb bags.
Din's even if you need a fire source, but you could use fire arrows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the Wanderers can get complex. I've had Ruto's Letter Wanderer before.
Yeah.
Because of something in Ice and Jabu.
Yeah.
So.
Also, forgive me, as I said, I'm not that knowledgeable about Blitz. I've never played Blitz. I've only commentated a small handful of races, so that's why I asked, just so I know.
Yeah, and Shannick said something else important in chat, which is Wanderer items are not part of Path.
And there was a second. Unique. There was a second Wanderer right there, I believe.
That was the Song of Storms to Hookshot Wanderer again, so that's the second. That's the copy of that hint.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was a nice little song chain there, though. You've got Minuet from Lon Lon Ranch.
Hey, Sadie, I bet you like to see that hint. Water Temple Foolish.
Oh, thank God. Not again. Never again.
That was an interesting one. Graveyard is path to power. The only thing we've seen there so far is magic. I believe. And Water Temple Foolish, it's nicer to see than Jabu Foolish, but it is the second most common Foolish dungeon.
Did you say the second most common Foolish dungeon? What's the first most?
Jabu.
That would be Jabu.
Jabu? Okay.
That was a sometimes hint there. We know that the Shadow Trial 2 is dead, but the fact that we have a sometimes hint is very important to the seed because it means every single item in the playthrough is hinted. The only time we get sometimes hint is when the Randobot runs out of Wanderer hints.
Yep, and Lost Woods is Foolish.
That is a lovely thing to see 6 minutes in because I very rarely get a Lost Woods Foolish hint before I've already done Lost Woods. So
you said common and second most common dungeons to be foolish. Is that like statistically proven, or is that just
Yes, I
like
believe so. Because of the
okay?
number of checks available in them and or the ways that they are locked.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
statistically provable, but also it's common sense because there are only there are only 3 items in Jabu and 5 items in water. So there are a lot of situations where none of those are going to be useful items.
Gotcha. A bomb of the well wanderer?
That's not exactly surprising since we have a Song of Storms leads to a Wanderer hookshot. So I don't think it's too much of a stretch to imagine there's a hookshot in the well. As Jackstronomy says often, there's a hookshot in the well. Number of times there is I think there must be something wrong because there's a hookshot in the well too many times.
Yep.
They're in the chat.
And
Yep. Always a hookshot in the well.
there's always a hook shot on the well. I learned that in my league seed yesterday.
Hollow
Is
will be
this
getting it
the
first.
second time that Hollow has gotten storms before Flouche? Because this happened last match too.
Yep. Hollow is just chasing that hook shot, I guess.
Skipping chickens kind of makes sense in this seed. You've got at most 4 path items. Unless you're getting a Kakariko hint, it's not going to be. It's very unlikely to be useful for you. And there's the light
Yep.
arrows. I can't imagine that's going to be the Wanderer, as we don't need to touch cannon. That's another big chest. It's bomb locked.
And there's the hook shot.
There's the
Now
hook
the
shot we
question
expected.
is, how far does Hollow go past that?
I feel like he just checks everything else to be safe, but I don't think he does dead hand.
You know,
It's theoretically a 2-step because you've got Song of Storms and Zelda's Lullaby. We don't
Oh,
have a Lon
technically,
Lon Ranch path, but
true.
one interesting thing I noticed there is Flouche is collecting skulls, which it's it's a bold play when we don't have a Kakariko path hint, and we're on such a short path count. 10 skulls is one of the
yeah.
longer checks in the game.
Yep, that is true. Especially in
Taking advantage
settings
of the
like this.
Sunsong. Taking
In
advantage of
fact,
the
this
Sunsong
could
to get
even be
night
it.
market check.
There's
Ooh,
Rang.
no.
That cannot be a. There can't be a piece in Jabu because
But
there
you want to know
is.
what that could be used for? That could be used for Child Spirit.
Can be used for Child Spirit. It is well, the Wanderer in the bottom of the well we know is the hookshot because we got a Song of Storms goes to Wanderer hookshot. It's
Yep.
guaranteed that the hookshot here is a Wanderer because the game has already specifically told us that. But
Yep.
there is another chest here.
And the strength.
It's golden. It's pointy. It's not the piece. Flouche is going to be getting a check here in Graveyard that Hollow has not. And there is a Graveyard path. We've got 1 item in there so far. It was the magic.
We also
Yep.
got Storms out of Composer's Grave.
Oh.
We did get the Song of Storms, that is true.
Oh.
Could unlock
Right.
something in a grotto.
Could unlock something in the grotto. Is it possible that, there's a second hookshot in Jabu,
Could.
which would
Yeah.
explain Song of Storms locking both of them, but only one of both of them not being path because you can get either.
Yep. What was Graveyard
Another
Path to?
Power.
path to power.
All right.
And I would not be surprised if we're about to see that power piece here.
Yep.
And there's power.
There we go.
All right, so Hollow takes the lead.
I'm curious to
This,
see. Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying this zero step, considering we've got bombs and the hook shot we've picked up was bomb locked. So that would mean
So
Forest is bomb locked for now.
this is what I'm predicting. So power and well, wisdom's going to be in Deku on Goma, and courage is in one of the dungeons that can be zero step.
Courage, I bet
Yeah,
it's just in DC. It's always DC.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
It could be inside Gan's castle.
True.
DC's not going to be One Piece because
No.
the hook. Um,
We have the
no,
bomb
it
and
wasn't a
the
bomb locked piece.
strength.
Yeah. Did we see a bomb locked key in the well?
I
Don't think.
not.
I
I'm
don't
not
think we
sure.
saw one. The strength is bomb locked.
Ooh, right.
Yeah, we didn't see that many keys. Zelda's
Zelda's
lullaby
Lullaby to
leads
a
to Ruto's
wanderer.
letter.
It's a wanderer's Ruto.
How? Like,
As
how
as
is
I
that
said,
possible? Like,
it's because there is going to be
Something on
2
King
copies of
Zora.
something. No, you don't need the... Because Inside Gan's Castle is available and has a blue flame, you don't need Ruto's letter to do King Zora. You will need something behind King Zora, but there are 2 things behind King Zora that lead to wherever you need to go. As said in chat, a decent option would be if Epona was the song in Ice Cavern, but there's also a hookshot in Ice Cavern. It would mean Ruto's letter locks both ways to Gerudo Training Ground, but neither of those... You could use either.
yeah.
That's so cursed. I hate it.
So far, this seed not looking terrible. Rather, it's looking very interesting.
It's still going to be a fast seed. We have that sometimes hint that's telling us that the number of Wanderers is capped. If we
Yeah.
check the hint stones, we are going to see a hint directly to every item we need, including the Wanderers. Flouche picking up that Zelda's Lullaby. How long is it before he decides to go check the Composer's Grave for that graveyard path?
Hollow checking Hyrule hint 2. He got burnt by Hyrule hint 1 last seed. I guess he's covering his bases. Graveyard Wanderer.
Hollow does have the lead at the moment, but in a seed that is 2-2-0, really the important one is that third piece.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're gonna see all of them. And Hollow is actually checking Hyrule Castle 3,
Castle
getting
3.
all that info.
This is
All-
a very rare check, limited edition.
Yeah, like you don't even see this hint in like most like
In
league.
non-time locked ones. Hyrule
Yeah.
Field to Wanderer. It's a new thing that he's been given.
Yeah,
They're
new
doing this.
information.
Flouche in Goron City now.
I think there are too many possible Wanderer items to speculate what's in Hyrule Field at the moment. Really, we need to wait and see until someone checks it. Flouche is chasing the Goron City Wanderer now, though. We haven't seen many checks in there. It's not going to be that piece of heart. Does have the Zelda's Lullaby to go do Goron Pot.
Hollow going adult.
Yeah, I like what Ventinor is saying in chat that this many wanderers might imply that inside Gan's castle is where we need to get to because there's a lot of beatable dungeons right now.
True.
But only one of those would be picked. Only one of those would be picked to be the Wanderer. So the
Ooh,
playthrough
true.
only generates one direction. You don't need to beat every single dungeon to get to Gan's castle.
And that is a strength 2 or hammerlocked big chest in Goron City.
It is. There's still plenty of options of places for that Wanderer, though.
Yep.
I
Although
mean,
you did bring up a good point there. It's strength 2 or hammerlocked, so it
if
doesn't add anything to the path count at the moment.
and if strengths wind up being wanderer, we could just have something in spirit.
True.
Could do. What was the item? In Gorn City? We don't know. We saw the big chest, but it was unreachable.
And Flouche checking the pot.
Yep, you might as well clear out everything you can in this Wanderer. Getting the Wanderer items is not just useful in being able to get your pieces, but in something with such low path counts, it gives you information on where you need to go, because you can waste a whole lot of time going through Dodongo's Cavern. You can go through the whole of Deku Tree in the hopes that the slingshot is a path item, but really you want to be laser focused on where you need to go. And Child Goron City coming up empty for Flouche.
Yeah.
Although I think this is going to be a graveyard and then well play.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think
most
that's a good
likely.
move.
I would think HollowLogic is either going to Adult Goron City or is going to go through Dodongo's Cavern.
I think
Mm.
Hollow's gonna do DC.
Yeah. You most likely need to do this at some point to get your zero step, and it's the one that makes the most logical sense to do because all of this is probably a zero step, and it gives you access to Gan's castle, which is the other one that's likely a zero step.
Yep, very true.
So this is either going to give you your zero piece or give you access to the zero piece. And there is a hint here, that is True Shot. Even more information.
Yep, get all the information you can. Was that Colossus' right hand?
Colossus' left hand is a purple rupee,
Left hand.
though that is useful because that is... Oh no, we were expecting two sometimes hints. So one thing I will note that I didn't know at the start of the tournament but know now is that there are no duplicates of the sometimes hints. So
And there's
if you...
Rudo's ladder.
So Graveyard is Wanderer too, but that explains Zelda's Lullaby Lock.
We don't want that.
That's... Honestly, that is... If the thing is in Jabu, we haven't seen Jabu Foolish yet. If the Wanderer item is in Jabu, that might be bad for HollowLogic, not having that letter. If it's grabbable
Very
by...
true.
If it's grabbable by... the word I'm looking for. If it's grabbable as adult, Hollow can still skip in. King Zora skip is legal in these settings.
And there's Courage.
There's our zero
There's courage.
step.
Hollow has taken two pieces early, but as I said earlier, it's the third piece that really matters. Flouche will be picking up that power piece in short order, and most likely knows that when it comes time to pick up that courage, he will be going to Dongo's Cavern. It's the one that makes logical sense. So yeah, this comes down to the wisdom piece. And there weren't really many Wanderer items leading to either of our zero step or two step that we have. So that means wisdom is pretty deep somewhere if so many of these wanderers are for it specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, getting clipped by the bubble.
Yeah, because it's really
Oh.
looking like between that Rudo's, like it really seems like it wants you to go into Jabu.
Yeah.
I think the fact that there's a song on ice makes it more likely that it's going to be ice, or at least adult reachable.
Oh wait, I'm wondering
But,
forest.
um, we have Minuet, so Forest. We have Minuet, and that was on London Ranch, so that's one step.
Yeah.
And the hook shot was a wanderer, so some of Forest is a one step. We'd need to have a path bow or a path strength for any piece to be in Forest.
Gotcha. Hollow checking his Wanderer's field.
Yeah, Hollow really wants any kind of direction to get to that wisdom piece.
Yeah. It has some direction, it's hookshot locked. You know that much.
And Flouche about to pick up his power. I lied. Going to check the uh,
If
tomb first.
if we
Yeah,
think
he's
it's
decided
Song
he's
and
full clearing.
Ice, the Song and Ice would basically have to be Epona's.
Yeah.
So GTG as a zero step?
We
Would
already
make
have our
sense.
zero step.
Or as a two step?
GTG is the two step. There's a lot in there that's hookshot locked. We
True.
haven't seen anything in field yet. HollowLogic, hoping for a bloopy in open grotto.
Yeah, Purple, we're looking for wisdom, which we know either the Kokiri sword or the bomb bag has to be on that path.
Yeah.
Hollow definitely has a large head start on getting through this wisdom piece, though. Here's a big chest in open grotto. It is
Bow.
a bow.
Also,
That is.
hold on, that was Rudo's letter to path what? Or Wanderer Hookshot. Okay.
Okay, so I am guessing in Ice or Jabu or Zor's Fountain, there's a hookshot.
Yeah, and in Ice Caverns, Epona, so yeah, it's GTG.
Yeah. You're being corralled into GTG at this point.
Oh gosh.
We have a bow, we have
Wait.
the bow, and we have hookshot, so it's either the eye statue, above the eye statue, or in the maze within GTG.
Oh, I wonder if because Hollow knows logic. I wonder if he's gonna realize that and just reverse instead of like. I could see a reverse.
I can see reversing, but he's going to be finishing Hyrule Field checks first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be Hollow's next play after he finishes Hyrule Field.
Flouche is chasing the...
It's not
Rito's
Shadow
letter.
2 Netherian. We've already gotten a hint for that, and it's dead.
Shadow 2 was one of our sometimes hints. Our first sometimes hint, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically
So
we just have GTG or Upper Spirit.
Yeah, we have two sometimes hints, which means we are going to see 9 path hints. Max.
Alright then.
Hollow's gonna do Lake Hylia.
I believe...
Hints. More hints.
Hollow
I'm trying to
must
remember
feel
if he saw Lake
either pretty confident or still kind of lost on the logic to be doing these hints.
Yeah,
Fire
I
Temple
don't think
Fluid.
the fact that I don't think you're checking the hints in Hylia if you're feeling confident. But with
And
Fire Temple Flouche, it looks like he's probably going to be pushing through the training grounds.
yep, and also yeah, this is exactly what we expected, a reverse play.
Yeah, this could be a sub 1 hour win.
This could be a sub like 40 minutes win.
Could be a sub 35-minute win.
As Netherian points out, you know, we still have chunks of Wanderer. It could
Yeah.
well be in the Strength 2 room.
That would be mean.
Or it wouldn't be in the Strength 2 room, but it would be key locked via the Strength 2 room. Because we have a Wanderer bow. The bow needs to be used for something. It's either on the eye statues or we need the bow for keys.
Yep, and
to be clear, it does not need to hint the strengths. That 2-step could just be to get into GTG, and all of our strengths are Wanderers. All 3 strengths could be available.
True.
The seed would need to hint them, though, as Wanderer.
True. Okay, right. They would need to be hinted as Wanderer. Ugh.
And a beautiful reverse wasteland from Hollow.
Yeah, since we have sometimes, but we have 2 sometimes, which means 1 path slot is taken up. So there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. We've still got 3 things. We've still got 3 paths unhinted.
Maybe someone in this chat knows, because no one was certain earlier. Can unlock hints and path hints overlap? So if it says Storms unlocks hookshot, does that mean that the Wanderer can be hookshot?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Song of Storms 2 hookshot was specifically referencing the hookshot in WoW.
Well, I'm just wondering because we did have a strength in the WoW.
We did have a boomerang in the well as well. Although we did see Jabu Foolish, I think, didn't we? Yes, we did.
Yep. Wait, no. We saw Water and Fire Foolish.
We've seen Jabu as well, according to our tracker.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, it was the stone next to King Zora.
I did not know you could kill the Gerudo training Gerudo guard with a
yeah, it's the
bow.
machine gun strategy. It's safe but slow.
That's honestly what I'd do.
Yeah, when you don't have
God, if only I had a bow when I fought her.
The nut strats are slightly faster, but I'd say equally safe.
And this could be it, potentially.
We've still got a little while. He does need to make his way to the back.
This could just be it.
Oh no, wait, because the one...
Does he? GG's! Oh my gosh!
I forgot the hookshot was used to gain access to the training grounds. There we are. 29 minutes, 56 I think it was. There was a...
That's semifinals! Let's go! That is a new personal best, 29 minutes.
All right. We are switching over to Flouche's audio. We'll have to tell Hollow.
Say, I'm assuming Hollow's going to be joining us for a commentary in that way.
I'll pull him in. Oh.
Hollow, we heard your excitement, so tell us how you really feel.
So sorry. Oh my god, I needed that. I needed that.
GG. Congrats.
Oh, I completely forgot I was the one doing the audio there.
No, that was fun. That was perfect way to end that match. Yeah, that was intense and quick.
Yeah, going straight, child, paying off for you again.
Wow.
220 Kokiri Forest. It's the fastest way to get there and start assessing what I'm looking at.
Wow. Well, congrats. How do you feel?
I don't think I need to tell you how I feel. Holy cow. That feels good. That's a PB on Blitz for me, too, by 2.5 minutes.
Wow. Well done. You deserve it.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, the Ruda's letter to hookshot unlock is what told me it had to be GTG.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
we were calculating which song could be an ice cavern, since Ruto's letter tends to be pointing towards a song. Though the only thing that we could see left was Epona, and then once it started pointing towards a hook shot, it was a. Oh,
Wait,
it's both
so
of them.
y'all knew Ruda's letters was needed earlier?
Yeah, since there's a wanderer, one of the wanderers unlocks is Zelda's lullaby goes to Ruto's letter.
Oh my.
We had that data point first.
Okay, I didn't get that one, so I didn't know. Like, I kind of just went kind of heavy into let's just find a couple paths and run with it.
yeah, and it paid off.
I was not expecting the 0 step in Dodongos. I was going there for my Ganon's Castle access because I picked up K-Sword and Bomb Bag. Like, okay, so Ganon's Castle 0, got it.
Yeah, well, you know, we didn't see where the other bomb bags were, so oftentimes I just assumed there are 2 out there.
Well, there weren't. That Bomb Bag was Path.
Was it?
It had to be. The only things there were Bomb Bag and K-Sword, and K-Sword obviously didn't do it. The Bomb Bag probably locked all access to GTG. It probably locked your opponents, it probably locked your hook shot and your long shot. Like, I'd be willing to bet Bomb Bag's Path because all your GTG access is locked. And that is definitely Path.
I guess we don't have a scale, because Ruto's letter was in the Composer Grave.
Okay.
So that could be bomb locked. If we don't have a scale, that would be access to actually hand in the... So yeah, that's a potential.
Yeah, no, I'd be willing to bet it's because I know it's not the case, or it's got to be the Bomb Bag. So its bombs probably lock all of your access by some stupid. I was actually thinking it was Spirit Temple when I picked up the Strength and Bottom of the Well, bomb locked, and then picked up Magic and Graveyard. I'm like, oh, so it's some stupid convoluted Spirit Temple key logic. Awesome, super psyched for that until I picked up the Ruda's letter unlocks a long shot hint. I'm like, oh.
Instead, it's super complex, convoluted GTG logic. The other convoluted
I think it's got to be ZL and bombs on Wisdom and ZL and storms on Power. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, we didn't see any other path hints, so I'm assuming it's Zelda's lullaby.
Man, that was the
Zelda's
kind of thing I was
lullaby.
hoping for, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw
short seats have favored you in the past.
Yeah, I saw the little conversation you had in the race time room before the match.
It's the honest truth. Like, I want to sit here and, you know, I've made semis. Obviously, I'm doing good, but like, Flouche is a monster when it comes to efficiency and clearing. Like, if it's a long seed, man, I don't know how many people beat him. Like, Ramond, yeah, could probably, but I mean, like, me? No, God, no. I'm the kind of guy who can't make Challenge Cup. I can't beat him on a long efficient seed. I've got to have something psycho short like that to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stayed adult to begin with, and that really put you ahead as you got the storms earlier than he did.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a seed.
It really just gave you a head start on being able to start untangling the logic to wisdom.
Yeah. Which, Courage was the one up in the air. I was going to mess that up 100 times out of 100 if I didn't just randomly walk into it trying to get Ganon's Castle access.
Let's be honest, with a 0 step, you go to Dodongo's Cavern. If it's not Dodongo's Cavern, you go to Ganon's Castle using the Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, that was about what I was thinking, but at the same time I was like, I don't even know. I was sitting there lost for a minute, and I just got lucky and like, oh, it's right here. Cool, good.
It's right at the start of Cavern.
Oh, well, that was a exciting, short yet exciting game 3.
Yeah. Oh, again,
Yeah,
apologies for
I need to
yelling on
think of
stream
something.
like that. I forgot I had the audio on.
No, that was great. That was incredible.
It's fine, it's content.
It was
Oh, yeah.
content.
I would be shocked if no one clipped that.
Flouche, unfortunately, he is continuing on, but he is getting baited a lot in forest here. I think that's 3 big chests he's seen within the courtyard loop.
Yep. And I think that's...
Yeah, he's stopped moving.
Yeah. Link's animation tells it all.
Oh.
And there's the forfeit, and we'll see if Flouche wants to come in for an interview.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, so looking at brackets, you're going up against the winner of Sponge versus Blue. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so
Neither one of them are going to be easy.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
have you had some time to like scope out your competition?
Yep. I've been watching both of them.
it's another matchup that is someone pretty well acquainted with the standard rule set versus someone who really has come through on Blitz performance, especially in Season 1.
Mm-hmm. And I love that, like, a lot of the matches feel like they're pushing in that direction where it's, you know, standard really strong runner versus Blitz main, and it just highlighting the difference in play is so cool.
Yeah, there was a great mix in the final 24 of the two.
Also, Flouche is going to be joining us here soon.
Yep.
Yeah, so far you are our second semifinalist, and Netherian locked in the first spot. And then the other match that we're waiting to hear from is Ramond versus Alexis, which is also a scary matchup. Like, all of you in semifinals are terrifying.
That is for sure.
And GG's, Flouche. Welcome in.
GG's.
I'm here. Don't worry. GG's. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no clue at this point. The power piece. Did I get the wisdom piece in the well?
Power.
It was the power piece that was in the well.
It was the power. Okay, because yeah. That was logical. Yeah.
So courage was DC on the Armos chest, and wisdom was in the one of the lobby chests in GTG.
Yeah, there was a lot of the wanderers were pointing towards 2 hook shots leading you over the bridge.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
There was a lot of information to pick up on hint stones that it wasn't the easiest jigsaw to put together.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
it was
spoiler log to see if we can start unstitching it.
Oh yeah, always good.
Yeah, because all those wanderers definitely were a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, there we are.
I only got the 2.
Yeah, totally.
The unlocks.
I thought it would have been like yeah, forest, of course. Could have been because like there was a wanderer here, Rotos letter in it for maybe getting Sarias, but yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was a
kind of strange
possibility.
because
We hadn't
Minuet
seen.
was
Yeah, we hadn't seen Sirius and we hadn't been hinted towards it. Looking at the log, Sirius was on the Ocarina of Time, so I believe that means
the
that
Anjabu.
yeah, Minuet would be a path item, so that would make some of Forest potentially a 2-path. Just unfortunately not the right 2-path.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And it does look like you were right in your assessment, Hollow, earlier. The Pona song is on the Prelude check, which means it's behind Spirit, which means it's bomb locked.
Yep. There you go.
With your long shot being in Ice Cavern.
Let's see.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we need to turn this.
So we had 2 simple steps there, and then one that Completely muddied the water.
The two scales, since you had mentioned those, were Deku Tree and DMC Volcano.
Yeah, it was quite the match. Both of these matches back to back were so awesome. Before we wrap up, are there any last questions, thoughts that our runners have?
That was
Mm.
just fantastic. Like, honestly, that was the kind of seed I needed. To have this.
Yeah,
Sorry,
totally.
Flouche.
I didn't get old because yeah, I was kind of slow.
Yeah. No,
I
going
got goalie
child first.
formation. But yeah, whatever. Whatever.
It happens.
That's nice of
GG.
you, yeah. That's nice for you, yeah. Semifinals.
Yeah,
Good luck, Father.
GG's.
Good luck, Father Hollow.
Yeah, GG's to both of you. And congrats on making it to quarterfinals, Flouche. Good luck on your next match, Hollow. We are going to just do a really quick shout out to our runners. If you're interested in following them, go do it. They do a lot of awesome races. Shout out to our tracking team, Sky Reyes, Simon, and Shannon. And it was Simon's first time tracking, and he did an awesome job. Shout out to our commentators, KLO, Kyrie, and myself also restreaming today with absolutely zero screw ups. So it was a good stream.
Yeah.